Women of Reddit, what's the most obvious hint you gave to a guy that he didn't pick up on? I literally wrapped my arms around him from behind and told him how cute I was. 5 years later we reconnected and started dating. He told me I thought you were joking because you are too pretty to want to be with me. Being insecure back then, he convinced himself that he wasn't good enough and that it must have been a prank. A girl in the dorms texted me, "Come down to my place so we can do something tangible." I didn't know what tangible meant then. Needless to say, I didn't do anything tangible that night. "That's a really nice belt. It would look better on my floor," while tugging at it and biting my lip. He looked at me totally confused before saying, "Floors don't wear belts." Edit, I found out 2 weeks later he was interested, just ultra nervous because he was still a virgin and panicked. Was going to try to give him another shot but never seen him again. He was my best friend and I like him for years. I'd shyly drop hints and flirt sometimes when he was single but never got too brave enough to say anything. I got drunk with him alone one night and the liquid courage kicked in and I literally told him I was attracted to him and the alcohol was making me want to be a bad friend. He laughed and said that it was sweet of me to say. I thought at the time he was turning me down. Fast forward months later and we're hanging out again with more liquid courage and I just flat out said that sexual tension was making things weird for me and asked if we could hook up and I'd promise not to be a weirdo about it. He was shocked that I had these feels about him. Really, dude? Long story short, he actually liked me from day one as well and didn't think I was interested. So he happily friend-zoned himself. WTF. Now we've been married for 6 years and he still can't tell when I wanna bone without me clearly saying it. Love him. Not a woman but was on the other end. Worked at Kroger, super cutty pie, comes in with some friends, they grab like 3 items and go through my line. I ring up the items and ask if they have a Kroger card, discount savings card. She said that she doesn't have a card. I said that is okay, you can enter your number. She looks at me with her super cute face and said, "Can I have your?" I said, "I apologize, it's policy that I can't let you use my number for the Kroger discount." She walked out very upset and the older guy that was bagging said, "You're a fucking idiot." It was at that time I understood I was a worthless virgin. My idea of flirting is to just be kind of an asshole but in like a really hilarious way until the guy I like realizes that I'm being this way because I like him. I am single, obviously. Username checks out. I'm the guy in this story. I'm chilling at home at like 1 AM. This girl I used to be friends with texts me and says she's on the way home from a party and needs somewhere to crash for the night. I tell her she can crash at my place but to make it fast since I was cross-faded, drunk and high simultaneously, and wanted to go to bed. She gets there and I ask where she wants to sleep. She said with me. My intoxicated ass didn't register this as a sign, so I told her it would be best if she slept on the couch since I like to sprawl out when I sleep. She gets close, puts her hands on my chest and says, "No, I want to sleep with you." My brain still didn't register this as a green light, so I kept insisting she should sleep somewhere else. We go back and forth for a couple minutes before she finally lets out a frustrated "Fine. Whatever. I'll sleep on the couch." Woke up the next morning, thought about the events prior and mentally kicked myself for a solid 2 hours. I still wake up in a cold sweat to that memory on occasion. I called him cute, said I'd love to come to his New Year's party which he invited me to after hearing I had no plans. I matched with him on Tinder right in front of him on New Year's, and he thought it was a joke. It wasn't. I later straight out told him I was into him and we've been dating for a couple of months now. He's just really oblivious but was very happy when I told him I fancied him. I sent him a picture of my lunch view, beach, and he said he wished he could have a lovely view. My response? Well, you could just look in the mirror. He brushed over that and went to a different topic. Figured he didn't like me and that was that. Nope. He just didn't realize I was flirting. Had been talking with a guy for a few weeks, hung out with mutual friends a handful of times. I lived in a different city so I figured, hey, he takes time out of his trips to see me. There's something there, right? After a hockey game and a few drinks, he offers to walk me to my car. Now, I had gotten out of a pretty serious relationship about 6 months prior and I was cautious about making too bold of a move. So I hug him, say thank you, and kiss him on the cheek. We were close, I was sending signals, flirting even. Drive safe and text me when you get home, okay? I drove home embarrassed and confused. He got shit from his friends for not making a move. He waited until our 4th date to kiss me and we've been together since. Got a good one, but I, the dumbass, am also female. About 15 years old, my crush and I are both in the backseat of a packed car. She asks me to grab something out of her bag that's in the far back, since I'm hella flexible, and while I'm halfway over the back seats and can't see what she's getting up to, she winds up and smacks my ass. Being the time period it was, I jokingly say, "Aren't you gonna say no homo?" She says, "No, you just tell me to get back here with the homo." Me, true. Couple months ago we're talking and she casually mentions that she had a crush on me in 9th grade and I'm like, bitch, me too, TF, why didn't we say anything? She says she thought she was being super/overly obvious about it and I just wasn't interested. Like, no dude, I'm just really fucking dumb. My friend, not me. She literally took his hand, stuck it down her shorts, and he thought she was just joking around and left shortly after. Before anyone says anything, yes, he had a crush on her and wanted to sleep with her, he was just painfully stupid. He and I had been flirting for weeks. I asked him when he was planning on taking me out on a date. He laughed it off and I moved on. Years later, we happened to be at the same bar where he admitted having a huge crush on me for years. He didn't realize I had been serious about the date until I told him. Oh my god, we totally go 3-way with you. Me and my best friend were crushing on the same guy, so we thought why not, and openly told it to him during a party. Dude laughed and that was all. Now that Oblivious guy is my husband. He insists he understood the obvious phrase, but wasn't interested in having sex with my best friend. Bless his heart. I hugged and told him that I liked him. So what are we? Best friends? No, more than that. Mega best friends? I never felt the need to smack my face against the concrete hard until that very day. Velp, I still love him and still together for almost 7 years now. I flat out told my crush, who even had a crush on me, I liked him in a call and sent multiple pickup lines and he just didn't pick up on anything. I even told him earlier in our friendship I'm a goofy person and send people I like pickup lines. It wasn't until I told him I actually like him that he realized it. I was talking to my crush about the fact that we tend to wear the same shoes. So I told him he should give me his phone number so we could arrange that it won't happen in the future. He did not understand it and so I didn't got his number. A guy sent me a picture of his six-pack. Being quite impressed I replied, "Damn, I'm thirsty." After that he just answered, "Drink something." I clarified what I meant. He actually thought I needed some water. Sent my current boyfriend a nude before we started dating and his first and only reaction was, "Wow, she must really trust me if she's sending that to me as friends." We've been together for over 3 years and he realized that it was meant as a hint only 2 weeks ago. I was hitting on a friend of a friend. We were in a group amp, I was sitting next to him. The group was talking about sexual preferences, positions, toys, etc. I turn to him, put my hand on his upper thigh, start rubbing amp, ask so blank, "What are you into?" He looks me dead in the eye, amp, says, "Oh, I don't know. Science, amp, shit I guess." Then proceeded to derail the sex conversation. A year later I took his virginity. He doesn't remember the incident but all his friends do.